Hello students. Today our topic is matter around us. We know what is meant by matter. Matter is nothing but anything in this world which occupies some space and which is having some mass is known as matter. So everything will comes under the matter. So we know that states of matter. Those are solid, liquid and gas. So based on that I want to explain now identifying the shape and volume of liquids. Okay. So here for this experiment we need measuring jar and different types of containers. Okay. So here I am taking beaker and conical flask. Okay. And round bottom flask and one test tube. Okay. We have to take different types of containers and we have to take different types of liquids also. So here I want to take water, milk and oil. Okay, so these three are comes under the liquids. So here we have to take first water. So here I am taking water in the beaker with the measuring jar. Okay. So here we have to think this is sum of 50 ml. Okay. Now with the help of measuring jar I am taking same amount of liquid in this. Okay. Now again I am taking same 50 ml of water with the measuring jar in this round bottom flask. Yes. And now come to this. In this also we have to take with the measuring jar same amount of water. Now observe the four containers here. So the shape of the four containers are same here? No. So here these four are in different shape. Yes. And what about the volume of these four? The volume of four containers are different here? No. Here all the four are having same volume. Why? Because here we are taking 50 ml only. In all the four containers we are taking 50 ml of water. Yes, but we are changing only containers here. Yes, the shape of the container is changing but the volume is not changing here. So from this we can say that the water means not only water, so the liquid is having here different shape but the volume is same. For example, now come to milk. So in a beaker if you are taken instead of water I want to take 50 ml of milk. So what about the volume of milk here? Now come to oil. Now remove the milk from this and take the oil 50 ml in this beaker. So what about the volume here? It is changed here? No. So the volume of water, milk, oil, whatever the liquid we are taking here, that is remains same. But here the shape is changed. Yes. Now see here, from this we can say that two properties that are the shape of the liquid depends upon shape of the container. Yes. So the shape of the liquid depends on the shape of the container. In which container we are taken the liquid liquid will take that shape of the container. Yes. Now the volume is remains same. Yes. The volume is not changed here. And one more thing, we can say that the liquids can flow easily. Okay, the liquid can flow easily. So we can also call as these are fluids. Okay, why? Because the liquid can flow very easily, that's why we are calling these are also called as fluids. Okay, so from this we concluded that liquids have not fixed shape. Yes, liquids have not a fixed shape, but they have fixed volume. Okay, this is a shape and volume of liquids. From the before experiment, we concluded that liquids do not have definite shape and they have fixed volume. So here the next one, do the gases have a definite shape and fixed volume? So we all might hear about CNG. CNG is nothing but compressed natural gas. See here, at CNG pump, where they stored CNG? Where CNG is stored in a CNG run vehicle? How the CNG from the pump is transferred to vehicle? Does the CNG have fixed volume? Does the CNG have a definite shape? So, with all our daily life experiences, we can find that CNG and all the natural gases neither have a fixed shape nor fixed volume. So, here all the gases do not have fixed shape and fixed volume. So why? Because the particles of gases are free in nature. They can move one place to another place very easily. So that's why the volume and shape are not fixed for the gases. The next one is compressibility. So compressibility is nothing but the capacity of something to be reduced in size by pressure. Okay. The capacity of something to be reduced in size by pressure. So based on this statement, I want to explain you compressibility of different materials. Nothing but solids, liquids and gases. Okay. So here I want to take 50 ml of syringe. Okay. Now here draw the piston to suck in air. Now place the finger at nozzle and press it. So observe the path the piston move into the syringe. So it is easy to move or hard? So what is the volume in this? It is changed or fixed here? Now, in this, fill the water. Okay. Now press the nozzle. So compared to before, now it is easier to press or not? Now take one wood and keep that inside of this nozzle, piston. So here now press the nozzle. Now it is easy to move when compared to liquid and when we are taken air. So from these three we can say that when we are taken air, it is moving very easily. Yes, when compared to solid, liquid is somewhat easy. But when we are taken solid like wood, it is not move. Yes, so the compressibility is nothing but the capacity of something to be reduced in size by pressure. So we are applying the pressure by the nozzle here. So when we are taken air, it is moving very easily. So when we are taken liquid, it is moving, but it is somewhat hard when compared to gas. Okay. So when we are taken wood, it is not moving. Why? Because the wood will not compress. Yes, can we compress the wood? No, we can't. So that's why the gases are having highly compressible when compared to liquid and solids. Okay. So by this experiment we can say that gases having more compressibility compared to liquids and solids. Solids do not have compressibility. Yes, liquids are having compressibility, but compared to gases they have less. Yes.